Once upon a time in a quiet little village, there lived a clever woman named Clara, disliked doing housework and avoided it whenever she could. She had two daughters, Lila and Nora. Lila was lazy and clumsy, constantly seeking her mother's attention. Nora, in contrast, was hardworking, kind, and skilled. But Clara favored Lila simply because she was the younger of the two. She treated her like a baby and rarely scolded her. As a result, all the chores fell on Nora. Clara made her cook every meal, and if it didn't taste right, she would snap, "Go cook it again." One day, while Nora was cleaning, Clara called out loudly, "Nora, finish up, then do your cross-stitch and take it to the market. We're falling behind. Don't be lazy." Nora quietly gathered her thread and hoop and stepped outside to sit near the well. She began stitching with delicate care. Just then, a rooster landed on her head and crowed loudly. Startled, she tried to shoo it away, but in the commotion, her cross-stitch fell into the well. Panicked, she whispered, "If Mom finds out, she'll be furious. Maybe I can use the bucket to pull it out." As she leaned forward to reach it, she lost her balance and fell in. When Nora opened her eyes, she found herself in a breathtaking garden filled with vibrant flowers. As she wandered, a rabbit appeared, struggling to pull a carrot from the ground. "Can you help me?" asked the rabbit. Nora immediately stepped in and pulled the carrot out with ease. The rabbit thanked her warmly and went on its way. A bit further along, Nora saw a wilting rose. "Please," the rose pleaded, "I need water." Nora ran to a nearby fountain, scooped up some water with her hands, and poured it over the rose's roots. The rose revived instantly and filled the air with a sweet fragrance. As Nora continued, she came upon a little house. In front of it stood a strange woman. Her appearance was a little intimidating, but her eyes were kind. "Don't be afraid, my dear," the woman said. "Come closer. I have something to tell you." Nora hesitated but stepped forward. The woman smiled. "My name is Helma. If you take care of my house, you may stay here as long as you wish. All I ask is that you cover my bed with feathers every morning." Nora replied, "I don't know how to return home anyway, so I'll stay and help." Helma welcomed her in, and from that day on, Nora did as she was told. Every morning she fluffed and covered the bed with feathers. She never missed a day. In return, Helma cooked her delicious meals and made her feel at home. Nora was content, but after some time she began to miss her family. One day she said, "Helma, I love being here, but I'd like to return home now." Helma nodded kindly. "Of course, Nora, you've helped me so much. I'll show you the way back." Helma led her to a magnificent golden gate. As Nora stepped through, her worn clothes transformed into shining garments, and gold sparkled on her. "As a reward for your kindness," Helma said, "here's your cross-stitch and thread." Nora was overwhelmed with gratitude. Helma added, "Now close your eyes and count to 3. Nora counted 1, 2, 3, and when she opened her eyes, she was standing right in front of her house. The rooster crowed, "Nora is back. She's turned into a golden girl." Clara and Lila rushed outside. They were stunned to see Nora dressed in gold and glowing with happiness. Lila, burning with jealousy, asked, "How did this happen? Where did you get those clothes and all that gold?" Clara, pretending to be concerned, said, "My dear, where have you been? Tell us everything." Nora told them about her time with Helma, all the help she gave and the reward she received in return. Clara, now driven by greed, sent Lila straight to the well with the same cross-stitch and thread. Lila threw them in, then jumped in after them. Just like her sister, she awoke in the magical garden. Soon she encountered the rabbit, who asked for help with the carrot. But Lila scoffed, "Do it yourself," and walked on. Then she passed by the wilting rose, who asked for water. "I don't have time," she replied coldly and kept going. Eventually she arrived at Helma's house. Helma greeted her with the same offer. "Take care of my home and you may stay. Just remember to cover my bed with feathers every morning." Lila agreed, and on the first day she did the work. But soon after she began skipping chores. The house grew dusty and she ignored her duties. Helma grew disappointed. "I think it's time for you to go home," she said calmly. Lila grinned, expecting her reward. Helma led her to the same golden gate. But when Lila stepped through, instead of gold, mud splattered all over her. "Ugh, what is this?" she screamed. Helma said firmly, "You didn't help anyone and ignored your tasks. This is your reward. Now close your eyes and count to 3. Lila did, and when she opened her eyes, she was in her garden, filthy and covered in mud. The rooster crowed, "Lila is back. She's turned into a mud girl." Clara and Nora were shocked. Lila explained everything, ashamed and humbled. From that day forward, Lila understood the value of effort and began working hard like Nora. Together, the sisters stitched beautiful patterns and sold them at the market, finally living in harmony. And so they lived happily ever after, bound by love, hard work, and a lesson well learned.